Hello, welcome to the 4th episode of the Erased Citizens podcast. I'm Emma.
I'm Christian. Don't ask about last week, because there was nothing to talk about.
Last week didn't happen, yeah.
Well, yeah, part of the reason we didn't do an episode last week is because a lot of what I was playing was embargoed, but it's not embargoed now, so I can talk about it.
I just wasn't playing anything. I was playing stuff, but it wasn't new, so there was no point talking about it.
I played Gears Tactics, which I played it on the sofa so you could see. That was quite fun.
That looked pretty cool, actually. It was very Gears, which is cool.
So they've turned Gears into a turn-based tactical game like XCOM, and it works really well. Like, Gears is a third-person cover shooter, and yet, like, it translates so well into a strategy game. It was really impressive. I was quite surprised by it, honestly. It was like better than Gears 4, which is, I guess that's not saying much, is it?
That's pretty good. We finished that game not super recently, but within the last year.
Yeah, but it's boring.
I didn't mind for too much.
It was
good at the end.
It's such a standard game, Gears 4. It was
fine.
Yeah. Oh my god, do you remember the fucking tower defense bits?
Oh.
What a rubbish game.
Yeah, actually, maybe I want to change my answer.
Well, we never played Gears 5 because Gears 4 left me on like quite a sour note. I was not very happy with the game. In addition to the number of crashes we got playing on PC as well.
Yeah, and then when we got 5, we played like a tiny bit of it on stream, and then we were like, oh, we want to play this in ultra wide. We'll just play it off stream. And then we just never booted up.
I still have it installed, so don't act like I'm not ready. I'm ready day one, yeah?
Any day.
Any fucking day, I'm right there, ready to play.
I don't think I want to.
Well, Gears Tactics is really good anyway. I'm not a big strategy game person, but even I know it's a good game. And I gave it an 8, and the Metacritic is like 84 out of 100, so... Look, when your boy's right, he's right, innit? Nothing you can do.
And it's on Game Pass, right? So
yeah.
It's not even like it's expensive if you want to try it.
Well, on Steam, it's like 50 quid, which is a lot to ask. But to be fair, the game is really good and it's long. But yeah, being on Game Pass just means like, why wouldn't you try it? If it's a good game, just do it. Just give it a go. And if it sucks, you fucking uninstall it, innit?
That's true. Yeah, it's like Outer Worlds. It was like there was no question.
Oh my god, that game was rubbish.
Actually, just try. No, but you just were happy to try it because it didn't really cost anything.
It's a brand new game which you know about. It's like just give it a go, isn't it? And yeah, Outer Worlds was rubbish. We made the mistake of playing Fallout New Vegas right before Outer Worlds came out.
Literally the week before.
That was a mistake. You don't play a good game. You don't eat caviar and then have dog food afterwards, do you?
What a comparison. Do you know what though? I was on Steam. I was going through the games I played the other day. Put 27 hours into New Vegas, and I know I only played it for like a week and a half.
Yeah, you went mad addicted to that game.
It was great.
You were playing on the PC and then you were playing on the TV.
Yeah, we streamed it and then I'd carry on after the stream.
Yeah, which is bad because you ruined it. Well, not ruined it, but people were watching your playthrough and it's like, oh, next time we come back, oh, I'm rich now, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, the casino. What a good time.
Yeah, what a good time.
Yeah, I didn't hate Outer Worlds, but it definitely wasn't as good, anywhere near as good as Fallout, like New Vegas or 3.
Yeah.
Or even 4, actually.
Even 4,
it wasn't even as good as 4.
I don't like Fallout 4, but I don't like it because it's not as good as 3 or New Vegas, but at least it's comparable. Outer Worlds is just, it's not even on the same level. Like, I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. It's not that bad a game, but it's not that good either. Like, there are better games out there.
I finished it as well, so I'd like to know when the rest of the game is coming. Like, there's still planets I haven't been to yet.
There's DLC that hasn't come out.
And it's like, well, where is it then?
Well, speaking of DLC, also been playing Streets of Rage 4.
Wow.
Return of the King.
Yeah.
I think it's been like, I want to say almost 20 years since the last game. In fact, the last game might have come out in 1994. So longer than 20 years.
That's like as old as me.
Yeah. It's so fucking good, though. You played it.
Yeah, it was really fun. I played as Cherry.
Cherry.
She's got a guitar.
Yeah, she's
really
sick.
cool.
I've noticed, actually, and this is quite progressive of them. All the black characters are, like, really high tier. Because they all can run. Which is, like, amazing.
That's actually really helpful in that game, yeah.
In one stage, there's, like, explosive barrels. And if you're playing as Axel and you accidentally hit one of these barrels, you just die. You just lose, like, half your health. If you're playing as Adam, though, just a quick dash away from it, innit? Like, it's nothing. Because they can sprint it.
For God's sake.
Like, the characters can sprint, obviously. I never said anything. But yeah, Streets of Rage 4 is really good. And it's on Game Pass as well. Speaking of fucking Game Pass. Game Pass going wild.
It's Streets of Rage on Game Pass?
Yeah,
Is
on
it?
Xbox
Wow.
and PC.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, if
was
you're going to
already-
get Game Pass at any point are they still doing the £1 for
Yeah,
3
yeah, yeah.
months?
They
or
always
whatever?
do that. That's Microsoft's thing.
There we go. Oh, yeah. It's like DFS where they've always got a sale on. It's like 2 weeks of the year when they don't have a
Game
sale.
Pass, DFS, let's go.
Same people. But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, I didn't play a lot of Gears Tactics. I didn't actually play any of it. I just watched it. But I played Streets of Rage 4 and it was great. So play that.
Yeah.
Just buy Game Pass
But
for
even
that.
if you don't buy Game Pass, it's like 20 quid on everything as well. On Switch, PS4, Xbox, PC. It's mad cheap.
Just get it. I imagine it's good on Switch, actually.
It's 60 FPS on Switch. So it's like, it's
Cool.
decent. Although it's in 4K on PC, so
Yeah.
you know.
And it does look quite nice, actually. The
Yeah.
art style is...
Oh, yeah.
It's quite pretty.
I really didn't like the art style when it was first revealed, but I think I was just being a baby because it's like, oh, look, they're remaking the game and it doesn't look the same. But it's like, nah, this shit looks sick.
I think that was mainly because the gameplay clip that we watched had the new art style as the background, but then the characters were still like that pixel art.
No. That was recently. That's a retro trailer. This game was first announced like 2 years ago.
Oh, you didn't like it then?
No, I didn't like it then.
Oh,
But then
okay.
I didn't play it. Obviously, playing it, it's like, this game's sick.
I don't like that mixing and matching.
No, I don't
Like,
think it works.
It
It's-
doesn't look very nice. So
Yeah. Like mixing pixel art with proper art. Street Fighter 2 HD Remix did that, and it was terrible there, and it was terrible now. So,
there you go.
oh, speaking of things that are terrible, no, not really. Moving Out. We played Moving Out. It's a new game by the people that made Overcooked. I much prefer it to
Is it by the
Overcooked.
same developer?
Yeah, it's
or
by
is
the
it
same
the same
devs.
publisher?
No, same devs.
All right, cool.
This is also on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Microsoft going mad.
Yeah, it's weird that it's all at the same time. Like, should we not try and pace this kind of stuff?
No, because they're 3 really different types of games, aren't they? Like,
I guess so. Like, how many people are going to play all 3
Yeah.
and be excited for all 3? Probably not that many people.
but like, what? Streets of Rage 4 and Moving Out are 2 very good multiplayer, like local multiplayer games. And they're both, I can't believe all 3 of those games are on Game Pass. That's mad.
Yeah, Moving Out was okay.
No, I think
It's
I prefer
alright.
it to Overcooked. Like, you and my brother played Overcooked for a while when we had it set up downstairs.
Yeah, I
You played it
feel
for like a day.
it was good. We were going to finish it as well. We never got round to it. But what was good about that game was like, you know, the whole selling point of these kind of games is like, oh, you're going to shout at your friends and like, oh, it's going to be really extreme. And it's like, yeah, with Overcooked, I actually felt that. Like, you really did have to like communicate.
When
but
you played with like 3 to 4 people, yeah.
it's quite
definitely.
hectic, yeah. And like, with Moving Out, I feel like we kind of just dealt with it.
Yeah, so if you don't know, the premise of Moving Out is you have to work together to move furniture out of a house. But, like, obviously things aren't as the way they should be.
You're all like slidey,
Yeah.
and some items require just one person to lift them, others are like 2, and then as you sort of make your way through the game, like parts of it have like, I don't know, like snow and stuff like that. There's things that get in the way. There's like an animal that gets in the way at one point, which
Oh,
is
that
really
turtle.
strange. Yeah.
That thing is a
It won't
fuck.
leave you alone. And there's like some hidden kind of like achievements as well. Like if you,
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah,
they've
to
got
add...
like a basketball hoop and it's like, oh, if you just score a slam dunk or something.
To
It doesn't
add
outright
replay-
tell you.
To add replayability to the game, if you finish a level, they have objectives afterwards, which is like, all right, if it's like a snowy level, it's like don't touch the ice, which is harder than it sounds, because obviously you can't see the level, but I can see it because I played it in it.
And that, yeah, like breaking windows and stuff.
Yeah, I just prefer it because I think the overall game is so easy compared to Overcooked. Like in Overcooked, you have if you're just making burgers, you've got to like cook the meat, deal with the vegetables, get bread. Like there's like 5 steps. There's like 5 steps for each person. In Moving Out, it's 1. Just get furniture, take it, and at most your cooperation with the other person is like, let's move this 2-person thing.
That's what I preferred about Overcooked though, because it felt like you were actually doing more, and there was like more room to fail.
Oh, there was so much room to fail.
Yeah, with Moving Out, I feel like because we just work quite well together anyway, like we play games together a lot. Most of the time, we weren't even communicating. We were just doing.
No, yeah. I think
you just know, oh, you're heading over to the bed, so I should probably go there too because it takes 2 people to lift it. And once we've taken each end, we know how to like walk around the corner and get through the doorway and whatever.
If you have any idea of like, once you get used to the controls, which is like, oh, I've just got to turn differently, the other person's thinking the same thing. So it is really easy to get used to. Whereas, yeah, Overcooked is frustrating, especially if you're playing with somebody that's stupid. We played with one of my other brothers. Do you remember? And he quit. He was dumb.
Oh, I forgot that we originally had like a full
because he
group,
rage quit because it was like, oh, I have to think of 5 things at once. This is too much for me. He did rage quit though, and because obviously that ruined it because we were playing 4-player.
Well, then we had we were down to 3, and then down to 2.
Yeah, but the game didn't work well with 3 people.
No, it doesn't. It's better with even numbers.
Yeah.
Always, because it's easier to dish out all the roles of stuff you have to do.
I think Moving Out might be 4-player. Let me check actually, because I wonder how that would work.
With 4 people, surely you just get it done so much faster.
Well, they'd have to add like couches that are for 3 people, right?
Oh, do you remember that one sofa?
What, the long one?
Oh, I hated it so much.
Oh yeah, so part of the reason why this game is like tricky is because you have to move furniture out of one room and into a truck, but the truck has limited space. That's why the game's hard.
So you have to stack stuff.
Yeah, it's really frustrating at times.
It's a little bit annoying.
Oh, it is 4-player.
So I'm just looking at this gameplay, right? So they're all carrying 4 people are carrying a sofa.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
so
what
maybe
I can
they
see.
make you weaker.
So you have to have 4 people to carry a sofa. So the 2-person items become 4-person.
Yeah.
That's long. No, I think 2's probably better.
But then I can see where the frustration would come in for 4 people as opposed to 2.
That's way harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe the game's meant to be played with 4 people.
Maybe.
I only got 78 on Metacritic. It was still worth playing though. I would boot that
I
up
preferred
every now and then.
Overcooked.
Nah, Overcooked's too hard.
I like that. I
I'm
like
alright.
it. It was more challenging. There was more to do.
Yeah, it was a better game.
Yeah.
But this one
is more chill.
This is way more chill, yeah.
Like if you're all just in the living room and you want to do something.
But I feel like anybody could play Moving Out, whereas Overcooked's like, you wouldn't get like your grandparents to play Overcooked, but they could play Moving Out because all you need to do is use an analog stick and like 2 buttons.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you've got a lot of dummies in your house,
wow.
Well, I'm saying I prefer it.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those guys.
I'm joking.
I'm one of those stupid people, guys. What else have we been doing? Oh, you've been playing Animal Crossing. You've been making mad money in Animal Crossing. I can't speak.
Yeah, I think I'm bored of Animal Crossing now.
Why? It's a game.
I've put in over 50 hours.
Tom Snook.
Yeah, I know, but no, I've had enough. I've honestly had enough. I've had a few weeks of selling my turnips at like 5 or 6 times the price that I bought them at, which is great, to the point where I've been going to other people's islands, like online. Like, people will post their dodo code and I will go there with all my turnips and sell them and then leave them a tip and go home. And what really annoyed me was my island. I was getting the island rating up. I got it up to 3 stars, right?
You need it to be 5 to see the credits of the game.
You have to get it to 5, yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. Like, I've got all these people moving in. It's going to be great. I've built all my houses. I've actually started to, like, make my island look a little bit nicer. And then right after I get 3 stars, one of my island, like, folk, whatever they're called, islanders?
Villagers.
No, you're a villager, aren't you? These are animals.
They're all villagers.
No, villagers are the human versions.
Oh, okay, all right. Even though they're not, but okay.
Island residents is, I think, what they say in the game. I don't know. And one of the animals was like, okay, I'm leaving.
Oh, Bangle.
Yeah. Bangle was having none of it. I just made the area. I moved all of the houses into one spot. They've got a lovely little area with fruit and like they've got a nice little bridge and everything. I put flowers there. It was lovely. And then Bangle's like, oh no, I'm gonna go. Bye. So by Bangle moving out, then my island rating's gone down to 2 again.
Rip.
And I can't get anyone else to move in. And every time I go to the campsite and talk to whoever's in there to try and get them to move in, they want to play this dumb guessing card game. I never get it right. It's always the opposite of whatever answer I say. And to be honest, I've had enough. I'm like John Wick. I'm at my wit's end with this game.
That's so funny.
I'm a millionaire as well. So like, I just want to make a path. You don't unlock the path, whatever it is, paintbrush. I don't know.
You have to finish the game.
You have to finish the game before you can like properly like sort of landscape your island. And yeah, I'm impatient, to be honest. I just want it to be over, and I think rather than actually finish it and wait for the credits, I'm just gonna go to my sister's island, drop all my bells, and leave. Like, rage quit for good.
I stopped playing a week ago because like I didn't need any money, and I don't find it fun to dress up the island, because it's like I got real games to play, so I'm out.
I think that's what's bothering me as well. Is like with Sims, I can decide like, oh, I want to make a room and I'm going to put like a desk in there with like a computer or whatever, and my Sim's going to come in, they're going to play games, and then they're going to get a job or whatever. With Animal Crossing, it's just a digital doll's house.
Yeah, like we saw some pictures of somebody who'd created a bathroom. But the problem with that is like, what's the fucking point? Like, in Sims, you can have your Sims use that bathroom, but it's just for show in this game. And to make matters even worse, it's in your house. So if somebody comes to your island, the only way they can see that is if they go into your house, into another room, which is like, that's not happening.
Yeah. I've been to my sister's island a few times. She's come to mine to see how we're getting on with whatever we've been working on. But I think I'm done at this point.
That's fine. There's other games to play.
Yeah, also, I think we were talking about this yesterday, but usually when we watch TV, we'll be playing a game at the same time. Because usually a lot of the shows we watch are just kind of like, you half listen to that and then half like play Hearthstone or Slay the Spire or something. And Animal Crossing's been like my TV game recently. But like, because I've not really made any progress with it,
it just feels like a waste of time.
Yeah, it just feels like a total waste of time. So, to be honest, I've put a lot of hours in. Had fun while I was doing it for the most part. It's only recently that I've started to get a little bit annoyed
when the game won't let you progress because it wants you to win a guessing game.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Like, nah, fuck that.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm just going to share my wealth out between my friends on there.
Yeah.
Because a few of my like family members have finally got Switches now because of like the lockdown stuff. They were like, okay, I'm at home, I might as well play some games. Oh, so those guys are loving it. So I think I'll just give all my money to them and go.
We need to get them to get Mario Kart, and then we can start playing actual games.
Oh, Mario Kart's great.
Yeah.
It's really, really
That's
fun.
sick. My sister was talking about getting the Switch.
I hope she does.
Yeah. And then we could play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And if we got your family, we could blow them up at Mario Kart.
Actually, we played Mario Kart with your sister, but it was like double dash.
Yeah, but she was good. She's actually good at
She's really
the game.
good at Mario Kart.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, Animal Crossing, I think this is the last you'll be hearing of it on the
Yeah, I think
podcast
so.
because I think I'm done with it.
Boring. All right, news. Last of Us Part 2. Not only was it spoiled, that somebody ruined the whole fucking ending, but it has a release date now of June something. When is it? It's like June 12th.
I want to believe that's right.
Don't search for it. It's fine. It doesn't even matter.
Do you not want it to be accurate?
No.
All right.
It feels annoying though, because it was supposed to come out this week or last week.
It was supposed to come out in May.
Yeah. Oh, so it was next week. It was supposed to come out, but now it's June. Oh, and Ghost of Schumacher as well. That got release date. That's July. So
Cool.
2 big games coming out this year, which is quite good.
At least they have dates. I mean, that's cool. Thankfully, so far, touch wood, I haven't had Last of Us 2 spoiled.
Yeah,
Of, like,
I'm
trying
reluctant to even include it in the podcast description because there's like bots and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe we won't.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't do that.
It sucks though. Like to have a game like that ruined and no one can do anything either. Like obviously there's still the game to play. That's cool. But yeah. What a terrible way to go.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's really horrible.
Yeah.
All those devs working on it for ages.
Just
and
to have it, fucked. That sucks.
so close as well. Like in the
Yeah.
scheme of things, so close to it actually releasing. It's horrible.
What else? Oh, there's E3. Well, E3's not happening, but like 4 companies announced that they were going to do something this week. IGN announced they were going to do it a while ago. GameSpot last week. PC Gamer said they're doing something this week. They're doing their show. Everybody loves that at E3. And then the 4th one is Jeff Keighley. He's doing his own...
Like a Summer Games.
Yeah, a 4-month-long thing. Which, I mean, why does it even have to be... If it's 4 months long, it's like, what are you doing?
That's just a period of time.
We're doing a 4-month season of games. It's like, yeah, well, that would have happened anyway.
Yeah.
So that's not really the same. But
How do you feel about everyone doing their own thing?
I don't like it. I feel like I wish everybody would have united together to basically make E3, but not E3. Whereas this is just going to get really awkward now. There's too many companies involved.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. I would have preferred it if we had just a spiritual E3. Yeah, where like
Yeah.
everyone comes together and they're just like, okay, so we're going to pull together and make this like massive event where we do show off all the new games, like World Showcase of whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's really hype about E3. It's because it all happens around the same time with lots of people covering lots of different things across however many months. It's going to be so messy.
But I think that's part of the reason why out of all of these people doing stuff, Jeff Keighley's is the one that has the most potential because his event at the end of the year is like a second E3.
Yeah, that's true. Like, everyone's going to be paying attention to what he's doing.
Yeah. So, I don't know, as somebody that looks forward to E3, as most people do, it just seems really strange. I get, if PC Gamer do their usual thing, that was separate anyway. That usually includes a lot of, like, smaller indie games. So, for the most part, that's fine. But, yeah, just GameSpot and IGN competing with each other to do the same thing, I don't know, that doesn't sound good.
It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Yeah.
Well, because things get really awkward really quickly because it's like, oh, we've got Cyberpunk. And it's like, well, what does anyone else have? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tricky. And IGN have, like, all their IGN first, like,
They're used to
agreements
getting
and stuff
exclusives
anyway.
already.
Yeah, so surely, by default, they are going to have all the exclusive stuff, right? Like...
See, I would look forward to Jeff Keighley's thing the most but then he said it's going to be 4 months long. Like, why? Why the fuck? Why did you have to do this, Jeffy boy? What the fuck is wrong with you? Just make it like a week. Why 4 months?
That's what's really strange. It's like usually you'd have E3. So usually all developers are going to be ready to show their stuff at a specific same
June.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, like beginning of June, right? So why is that still not the case?
I don't really get it. I feel like you do have 4 months of announcements anyway, don't you? For the most part, because June is E3. Well, yeah. June is E3, July is nothing, August is Gamescom, and September is EGX.
Yeah.
And usually you either announce something at E3, show it off at Gamescom, or EGX. So that's 4 months anyway. So it's like, he announced the 4 month long thing, but it's like, this already existed. Like, what are you actually doing? You're just slapping your name on
all of those events. Yeah.
That's really dumb.
Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's smart.
Why? Because you
Because-
take credit for something that was going to happen anyway.
For stuff that always happens around that time anyway, you're just putting your name on it. That's actually brilliant.
The Jeff Keighley Bonanza.
Oh my gosh.
Sponsored by Doritos.
And Mountain Dew.
A Poplar.
Okay.
Poplar.
What else are we talking about?
Oh,
Assassin's Creed.
No. We'll do this one first.
We're doing that last.
Yeah, well, because it ties in, doesn't it?
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
fine. Microsoft are showing off next-gen games next week.
Yeah, their Inside Xbox thing is
Wow.
going to show off a bunch of new games, which will probably include Assassin's Creed because Microsoft has the marketing deal associated with it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more Assassin's Creed. What's the subtitle?
Valhalla.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed God of War.
Yeah, we'll probably see that next week, which is cool. That new Assassin's Creed looked alright.
It looked really cool.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
My favourite thing is that Eurogamer had an interview and they said there's no levels. There's no leveling system.
Oh, that's the thing that's like really annoying. That's what made you stop playing Odyssey.
Odyssey fucking... Yeah, they level capped me and they were like, oh, you're too weak to do any of these mainline missions. Why don't you do a fucking fetch quest? Or why don't you do a sneak-in mission? It's like, I'm not doing this. Well, don't waste my life making me do these bullshit things.
Actually just rage quit and never returned.
Well, because the first 8 hours don't require you to do that. And that was still 8 hours of game.
Yeah, that's really annoying. That's kind of horrible.
But this new game shouldn't have that, and it's supposed to be massive. Like, it got leaked a while back. Like, all of the information related to this game got leaked.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of silly, but it's supposed to be massive. The whole game's supposed to be, like, just huge. Which, it doesn't really mean much, does it, in the grand scheme of things? Because very few games actually utilize the amount of space that they have. GTA 5, I feel like, does a really good job. Not the Assassin's Creed games, though.
Yeah, with GTA 5, it does feel like if you go anywhere in that game, it still feels like you're going somewhere.
And
like there's something
yeah.
in that area that you're in. It's not just like a wide open space of like nothingness.
And the missions really, like, include every area that they made.
Oh, yeah, they take you like all over the place and often through other places where other stuff is happening or whatever.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed's not very good at doing that. But who knows? New game. It's being made by, what was it, like 13 different studios? Something crazy like that.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's cool that we finally get to see a next-gen game. And one of my favourite parts is that it's coming out on PC at the same time.
Yeah, it's nice that we don't have to wait.
Yeah,
like there's no
Ubisoft.
delay.
They used to pull that stunt where it was like, oh, the PC version's coming out 3 months later, 6 months later. It's like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Because Monster Hunter World did that.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's terrible. But
Well, like, look at Red Dead. That was much
that took a
later.
year. Yeah. But then Rockstar did the same thing with GTA 5. But
Terrible.
hopefully that ends now. I mean, it's unlikely, but we can dream.
It would be nice, yeah. I don't want to have to buy games twice. And to be honest, after Red Dead, we did buy that on Xbox because it was like
Oh yeah, we were
ran
fools.
better on the on what do we even have? Xbox One.
We have the X.
The X. I was like, is that the new one? Because they're flipping so
Series
confusing
X is
with
the
their new
next one.
stuff. Yeah. We have
Yeah.
an Xbox One X, and yeah, we bought Red Dead on that. I played that a bit, and then we
You
got it on
played it for,
PC.
like,
I didn't even
20
play it on
hours.
PC in the end because it's like it's a whole year later. I'm done with this now.
Yeah, we'll see. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to next gen. I think Assassin's Creed made me excited for next gen because it's just like, oh, there's stuff actually happening. And I don't know if I should be getting excited because we haven't seen anything of the game. Like, the trailer was really cool, but there was no gameplay.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm kind of excited for like next gen. But like also we have like PC, so I'm not really too bothered about the consoles at all. And like because Last of Us 2 is actually coming out soon.
Yeah, like,
It's like I don't have to buy a PS5.
if-
I'm definitely not buying an Xbox.
if they did a Breath of the Wild with Last of Us and had it on PS5 as well as PS4, I think I would be inclined to want to buy a PS5. But so far, there's been nothing to really convince us. But then that's what next week's for, isn't it? Microsoft are going to show off a bunch of third-party titles that are designed for Xbox Series X. I don't know what they could do, though.
No, like we have PCs, so I mean I'll still obviously be interested always, but like I don't really feel any pressure to buy their console.
Yeah, well, this is our, like, big, like, talking point, is what can Microsoft do to not be, like, bad for next gen? Because if we look at the Xbox One overall in this generation, it was awful.
It's very underwhelming, yeah.
Going from the 360 to the Xbox One was just like, wow, you guys fucked up. You fucked up on a spectacular level and you couldn't recover at all.
That's the thing as well, and we left it like quite a while before we bought an Xbox One, sorry.
Yeah.
So what we had Sunset Overdrive, which we got with our console,
Which wasn't
we bought
very
it used
good.
as well. That was like just fine.
Halo,
I feel like
Master Chief
We
Collection.
didn't even play Halo,
Because console FPS.
so it's like there's no real point.
What else? That was basically it.
That was it. That machine barely got turned on for
Yeah.
ages, and then eventually we got an Xbox One X, and then we haven't even used that much.
No, but I think one of the reasons we bought an Xbox was because we wanted Rock Band 4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then it turned out to be
Rock Band
like,
4 was worse than
not
3.
great. Yeah, 3 is like incredible,
Yeah,
and
4
4
sucked.
was not as good. And then they had that like DLC or whatever it was
That
that they
wouldn't-
brought out as well, and that
yeah.
wasn't very good.
So this generation, Microsoft they didn't do anything. But then if you look back at the 360, they didn't really do anything there either. Their main exclusives are Halo, Forza, and Gears. And they did the same thing as they did on 360 for Xbox One. But it just didn't work.
Yeah, I'm not really too bothered about those franchises anyway. I don't play Halo.
All right, yeah,
Right.
if you don't play Halo and you're not fussed about Forza or Gears,
I don't care about Forza at all. Yeah.
So just for fun, we looked at some of the best Xbox games of all time on Metacritic, like Xbox One. And if you'd like to read this top 10 list, that would be really good.
Of course. All right, so should we go from the top?
Yeah.
So Red Dead Redemption 2,
What a game.
GTA 5,
Even better.
Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain,
Snake.
Celeste,
I don't know about that game.
Resident Evil 2. We've played Celeste.
Yeah, a bit.
It
It's
wasn't
alright.
on I
No,
don't
we
think
played
was
on
Xbox,
Switch.
so. Yeah, Resident Evil 2. That was really good. Inside, Forza Horizon 4, Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition, What Remains of Edith Finch, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Yeah, I
That's
think
enough, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably enough. So in that list, you have one Xbox exclusive being
Wow.
Forza Horizon 4. Bruv, fam, you're fucking up. This is a dangerous game to play. When you have no exclusives, why do I buy your console? I mean, to be fair, most of these are multi-platform,
Yeah.
but I don't think, because remember, it's important to remember that the Xbox One launched as the underpowered console. It was not on par with the PS4. Then Microsoft brought out the One X, which was more powerful than the PS4 Pro, but it was too late. It was too late to do anything because developers had made up their mind.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we looked at a list of the top 10 Xbox One exclusives. And what was on there? Gears.
Oh yeah, so if we look at the top 10 exclusives, it's a different story, but it's not.
Well, it was like Gears 5.
Gears 4, Gears 5, Sea of
Forza.
Thieves,
Sea of Thieves, yeah.
Forza,
Quantum Break
Crackdown.
was on there.
Like, we're really struggling to even think. Minecraft doesn't count, even though it's like, it is an exclusive. It's not really, because it's on everything.
It's on everything.
Page isn't working.
It's just stopped loading.
Yeah. But
It's
it's
so broken.
the Microsoft have been fucking up, and it doesn't look like there's anything they can do to really repair their status. But it looks like they're not even trying to. Like, the goal isn't to make cool exclusives, it's to offer a really good console and service.
I think that's good as well. Like, it's annoying when you have to have all the consoles just to play like a few exclusives that look really cool. So like, because I have a PC, I'm happy for them to just do whatever they're doing. I'll play everything on PC. And then I guess because Sony are always going to be Sony, I'll buy a PlayStation 5 eventually when they bring out something cool on that.
What's sad is that Microsoft are doing a lot to really make people get value from their console. So, I remember when I reviewed Sea of Thieves ages ago. I'm obviously talking to Emma.
Yeah.
I played it on PC, but it was an Xbox Play Anywhere title. So Emma could play the same game on the console as I'm playing the PC version.
Yeah, we played together.
And that's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
It's great that they even give you that option.
I like that. I think that's really good.
But that's like really consumer friendly stuff. And the Xbox Series X is also doing something similar, where I think they're going to keep doing the Play Anywhere thing, but did you see the stuff about Xbox Smart Delivery?
No.
Okay, so the idea is that if you buy a game on Xbox One, if the developer allows it or the publisher allows it, they'll give you the Xbox Series X version for free. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to do that. So if I buy the Xbox One version, I get the next gen version for whenever I buy the console.
That's cool. That's really good. That's like when you buy a movie and then they give you the 4K version.
Yeah, they give you the digital download copy.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be, right?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Like, I don't want to have to buy stuff like 2 or 3 times if I can help it.
Yeah, that's like a very PC way of thinking about a console. Like, if you buy Witcher 3 on PC, you don't have to worry that in like 5 years they're going to remake it and then make you buy it again. Instead, you can just play the same version, but if you upgrade your hardware, you can go to the next graphical setting or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sucks. It really sucks for Microsoft because it feels like they can't do anything. You can't escape it. Like, your games just aren't good enough. Like, alright, read the list with Sony. The top 10 for Sony. And let's just say it stops at Bloodborne.
Okay. Red Dead 2 again, GTA 5, Last of Us Remastered, Persona 5, God of War, Another Persona 5. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, Journey, Bloodborne.
So of that list, and we're not even done. Like if we read the list until the 90s, there would be so many exclusives to read off. Like in that list alone, Last of Us Remastered, Persona 5, God of War, not Metal Gear, Uncharted 4,
yeah.
Journey, Bloodborne. And that's not even all of them.
Or you get just a little bit lower down and you have like Shadow of the Colossus. That's
an old, yeah, but it's remade.
Yeah.
Like, how do you compete with that? And it's not even done. Like, you've still got Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Schumacher. How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
As Microsoft, you can't.
That's difficult to compete with, yeah.
But is it? Because their new approach is Game Pass. And Game Pass is really fucking good.
It's really, really good.
Game Pass is a system seller. And that's not even an exaggeration. It genuinely is. So if you don't know Game Pass, it's just Netflix, but for games.
Yeah.
Right? That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, and you can get a version that works on PC and
yeah, so if you buy Xbox,
well.
if you buy a Game Pass Ultimate, it works on PC as well.
We have that one. It's great. And like when we were streaming more often, we would just go on there
Find
sometimes
any
just to be
game.
like, oh, what's new on Game Pass? Oh, okay, I guess we'll play this game for a bit. Like we mentioned earlier, played all of Outer Worlds because of Game Pass.
Because Microsoft own it, so it's always on the service forever.
Gears 5 as well.
Mm-hmm. And look at, again, just this week, Gears Tactics was added, Streets of Rage 4 was added, Moving Out was added. If you don't like buying games that regularly, you can just use Game Pass, and you've got a minimum of 100 games to play at any one time. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Well, we lent our Xbox to your younger brother, and because we have Game Pass, he just had a ton of games.
And he was just playing anything.
Like, yeah, he just tried lots of different things.
Simulator.
Like, he had it for a few weeks or whatever. Yeah, he tried Farming Simulator, which I was really surprised
just because it
about.
was in the list, and it was like, I'll give this a go. Why not? Fuck it.
It's great.
So
we're not sponsored, by the way.
No, but we were talking about Game Pass earlier on and how good it is, and it's like, well, maybe that is what Microsoft need to do, is just keep doing Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well, it seems like they will just keep doing it. Like, it's working.
Yeah.
So why not? And it was great because they let you like buy a ton of like months in advance for it as well. So you like
you can stack up to like
your...
3 years.
Yeah. Well, they had that deal on with it being like £1 a month.
Yeah.
That's really good value.
Yeah, Game Pass is crazy. But then, is that enough? Are console exclusives more important than just having a ton of games always?
I think it depends. It depends because personally, I'd rather feel more valued as like a consumer, where it's like, okay, you're going to make it easier for me to get access to all these games than have like a few exclusives.
Yeah, oh, okay, that's a good point actually, because yeah, in terms of being valued as a consumer, the Series X is backwards compatible with all generations of Xbox out of the box. The PS5 is compatible with the 100 best PS4 games.
Yeah.
So if I want to play something weird, like, I don't know, fucking Puyo Puyo Champions, like, I can't do that because 100 people, or out of the 100 best games on the console, that's not one of them. And
yeah.
I can want to play Ollie Ollie 2. I can't play that because 100 fucking of the 100 best games on the console, that's not one of them.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
It's rubbish. It is rubbish.
I don't know. I feel so bad for Microsoft because it genuinely feels like they don't have a chance. But maybe they do, because their hardware is better this year, or better this generation than the PS5. They're more consumer friendly. They bought a ton of studios.
Yeah, who are making games that people care about.
Like, you buy Obsidian, and then you give them money. Because we watched the NoClip documentary of the making of Outer Worlds, and it sounds like... Well, not it sounds like... Obsidian got purchased by Microsoft late in their development. So none of the money that was given by Microsoft applied to this game. So if they had actual money to make a game better than New Vegas, that could happen.
Yeah. Oh, please.
But they bought a ton of good studios that could make good games, but we're still not really seeing them.
Yeah, and I think with all the coronavirus stuff, more stuff's going to get pushed back, so it is going to be a little bit longer until we see that stuff paying off.
But then if you're going to buy a next-gen console at the end of the year and you're looking for things to play and you know games aren't coming out anytime soon, surely the only option is the Xbox.
Yeah, because exactly, you got to have something to play, and that's something that gives you a lot of games to play for not very much money.
And Microsoft are making it so that your older games will run better on the new console, like by default, like a computer.
Yeah.
So if I buy FIFA 20 or 21 on Xbox One and then I buy Series X, I can continue my same game, but it will just look better. I don't know. It sucks. I feel so bad because
It all sounds good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
it all
then
sounds very appealing.
but then I can sell you on a PS5 in a single minute by just saying like
A few titles.
yeah. Demon Souls Remastered,
Oh.
Elden Ring exclusive,
Oh.
or whatever, like that kind of thing. God of War 2, Bloodborne 2, like Uncharted 5.
Yeah.
And you know these games are going to happen as well. You absolutely know it. And that's enough. That's actually all you need.
Yeah. That's rough.
It's tough being a competitor.
But I respect Microsoft for what they're doing.
Yeah, they're really trying.
Yeah.
But trying ain't good enough. They got buy Nintendo or some shit. It's not working. Ugh, fuck. Next gen should be good though. I'm looking forward to next week, to watching that conference.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting for sure.
Well, it's not a conference, is it? It's like just a
little-
presentation kind of thing. But it's exciting. It's a good time.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. So
What else have we been up to this week then?
we've been watching a lot on Netflix.
Yeah, I feel like we've been quite lazy. Like, we did play some games at the beginning of the week, and then we were sort of lazy for the rest of it.
Yeah, I did my work, which was Gears and Streets of Rage, and you did your work, which was what, Warzone,
I did
Hearthstone.
Warzone, Hearthstone.
Yeah.
I did like a Street Fighter thing as well, but
No one's gonna read that. Dead.
please read it. But
Nah, no one's gonna read.
only if you like want to get into fighting games. But yeah, we've been watching a lot of shows. So, I mean, we've watched Community before, but it's on Netflix now.
we're
so...
rewatching Community. I think you only watched the first 3 seasons, and I stopped you watching anything beyond that.
Yeah, you said it wasn't worth it, so we just moved on to something else because we had lots of TV to watch at the time.
Community is so funny though,
It is really funny.
and I'm amazed at how much of it I remember, which is a lot of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good fucking show. The first 2 seasons I can almost recite. Like, it's really funny, and it just sucks that it ended up the way that it did, losing Donald Glover, but he made Atlanta, so
Which is a really good
yeah,
show.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we watched? Dave.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we
That
didn't
was a
write that
show.
down, actually.
That was a good
That's
show.
a good show. It's weird and very funny.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Dave, you might want to do that. It's about a little Dicky.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
It feels like it shouldn't be as good as it is, but I also feel like Atlanta really helped shape that kind of show.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, without Atlanta, I don't know if Dave would exist.
Yeah, you can kind of see like potential inspiration.
But with Dave, I know it is based on his actual career. Like, the whole thing is that it's like the rise of how he became famous.
Yeah, just
And-
like super exaggerated.
But that's the thing, some of it isn't.
I know some of that crazy stuff did actually happen to him, yeah. But some of it is a bit... Obviously, you've got to liven it up a little
Yeah.
bit. the rest of it.
It's just really interesting. It's like a half an hour show, and there's only 10 episodes, so.
And it goes by so quick when you're watching them back to back as well, because you can just watch them back to back.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching. And some of the cameos they get on the show are just fucking stupid. They have this whole episode, and then like it involves like Macklemore and stuff. It's just random shit. That's a really good show.
Yeah. Chances are in that show, if they mention an
yeah.
artist, they're probably going to appear in the
gonna be.
episode. So that's kind of cool.
They never had Drake, which I was really hoping they would have. And they never had Drake.
Oh, maybe next season. That'd be cool.
We've been watching that Black show on Netflix. We're like halfway through. It's called BlackAF. So it's a show about the guy that wrote Blackish, or that writes Blackish.
Yeah.
And we tried to watch Blackish, and it's a very difficult show to get into because the main character is like, how do you describe it? I'll let you describe. I'll let you describe it.
I think the main issue we had with it was, firstly, we were watching it on Amazon Prime, so it was like all out of sync.
Yeah, Amazon
that was
Prime's
really
fucked.
annoying.
I don't know what
that made me not want to watch it. I think it was just difficult to get into because the dad complains a lot.
The dad complains about every little fucking thing on the whole planet.
Yeah, that's fine for a little bit, but like he really does like go on about it a lot.
But it's always got something to do about black this, black that. Oh, they always keeping us down. They always doing this, and then the whole episode's gonna revolve around that kind of thing, and it's fine. It's very fine, but this new show, I like it because the writer of Blackish does the exact same thing, but his family fucking hate him. They hate him
his
so
family
much.
are really, really good.
Yeah, it's got Anne from Parks and Recs. What's her name?
I can't remember what her real name is.
It's like Rashida Jones.
Oh yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
She's really fucking funny, but it's so hilarious to have him go off on these rants, and everybody just fucking hate him. Like, it's so funny. But it's so real as well. Like, I know the kids aren't his or anything. Everybody's just actors, but like he'll go up to his like kids and just call them like dickheads and stuff.
It's really fun. The dynamic in the family is great. Like, it's hilarious.
It's black as fuck, dog. It's a decent show. We still haven't finished it though, so I don't know how decent it is. We've watched more Community than we have that show, but it's alright.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. What else we watched? We watched a couple movies.
We did. Okay, so
we watched 3.
What was the? All right, we'll go.
Men in Black.
Oh yeah, I didn't really like that much.
Watch Men in Black International, which it has. Oh, I forget. Oh, Tessa Thompson and Thor. What's his name? You know it.
I can't remember it.
You know it though.
I'm really bad with
He's got a Netflix movie for some reason, but
Oh, he does, yeah.
That film sucked. That film needed Will Smith in it to make it better.
Yeah, I feel like because I really liked the first Men in Black film, and like I watched that a lot when I was small.
You associate Will Smith.
It is Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really annoying. And then we were talking like 2's kind of a bit but 3
3's
I
decent,
enjoyed. That
just
was
for
alright.
the ending. Though.
Yeah, like it was a good enough movie. Whereas then you've got that felt like the end of Men in Black, and now you've got this like new one, and it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah,
like,
Men in Black International is just boring. Like the whole movie's, it goes nowhere. There's a story where things happen, and it's just like, I don't need this. And
like we were saying, on paper the cast looks really good.
Yeah, but it's just not funny.
Like, it's just not like that enjoyable.
Like the
really.
story doesn't have to go anywhere if you laugh every couple minutes. But I feel like it just wasn't a funny movie, and it doesn't make any sense because the cast is entertaining. They're funny in the other films that they're in together, so why not this one? But yeah, that movie sucked. What else did we watch? Clueless.
Yeah. So we hadn't seen that before, but like it's not a super big deal, but lots of people like reference that movie, don't they?
Yeah. Well, the big reason I wanted to watch it is because I've been listening to the Scrubs podcast, where Zach Braff and Donald Faison they're rewatching Scrubs, and Donald Faison just keeps constantly going back to Clueless because it was like his big role, and like he just keeps talking about it, how like he was an actor because of this movie kind of thing, and so I wanted to see it, and it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was a good movie.
It was pretty good. The last movie we watched was the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my god! Speaking
film.
of fucking shit movies.
Yeah, I was kind of like surprised as well because when that came out, people were
hyping the fuck out.
People
of
were
it.
saying on like Twitter, like, "Oh, it's really good. Like, this is one of those like rare video game movies that actually ends up being okay." And we watched it, and it was like, it's not really that.
All
good.
right, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was bad. It just wasn't good. It was clearly a kids' film, which obviously it is going to be. It's a Sonic movie. Like, what the fuck did you expect? But
I like Detective Pikachu. That was good.
see, what I appreciated about the Sonic movie is that it is definitely been made by people that really like the Sonic series.
Yeah.
Everything about it, like there's tiny details everywhere in the movie, and it's really cool. Like it's great. It's great that it's been made by people that genuinely care. But the problem when you're making a kids movie is that it has to be a kids movie. And not that it needs to be fucking grown up or anything, but it's just like I would have rather seen Sonic not in a human world.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah, exactly.
It's too difficult. Instead, he just acts like fucking Garfield, and it's like these characters they're not particularly strong, but it's like I'd rather see them in their own world,
Doing their stuff, doing their
Yeah.
own thing. Yeah, it did feel just a bit mismatched. Yeah.
But it sucks because it's like they had so like if you watch the movie, if you're a Sonic fan and you watch the movie, you'll catch so many like little hints as to like, oh yeah, we actually do like this character and we understand it, but it's just they don't do anything with it, and it fucking sucks.
It's just there in the background most of the time.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's worth. I would recommend watching the movie purely out of just curiosity. Like it's a really decent movie to observe. It's not a good movie, but it's interesting to see how they dealt with Sonic, and because it's a blue fucking hedgehog. Like, how do you do anything with this?
Yeah.
But they do their take on it. It's not bad, but it's not very good. I feel like Detective Pikachu is a better movie overall.
Yeah, like that was interesting throughout, whereas with the Sonic film, about halfway through I was like kind of going on my phone.
But there's a lot of action scenes in the Sonic movie, and they're not very entertaining.
Yeah, you keep one eye on the screen, and then you're just sort of, it's easy to feel like a bit like disengaged from it.
I think with Detective Pikachu, the thing that I didn't particularly get from it that I did with the Sonic movie is that the people that made the Sonic movie, again, I feel like they really care about the series and they get the character. In Detective Pikachu, it just felt like a shitty kids movie with Pokemon in it, but the Pokemon being in it was enough to keep a Pokemon fan interested.
Yeah, and it was just weird as well. I think that's what made that movie really interesting. It was just so strange.
They didn't do what you would expect. Like, the Pokemon look weird. They look fucking creepy.
They look weird, and then just the story, like,
The
it's a
story's
bit mad
just
as well.
nonsense.
Like,
yeah,
that was pretty cool.
The story in Sonic is very fucking kids movie. Like, Sonic does something and then they got to fight the villain and then blah 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 and then the movie ends. Detective Pikachu's just like, what the fuck is happening? It is just strange.
That's what I liked about it, because you couldn't really...
Yeah, but it was strange in a bad way. Like,
I like that.
It didn't do an Inception. It did like...
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's anywhere near on like the level of a
course
good
not.
movie.
Yeah.
But like, of the two,
It
I
was
think
really
I'm leaning more
interesting.
towards Detective Pikachu.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I would watch both, but I feel like watching them it's not a good use of your time.
Yeah.
Like, I can watch it, but I have lots of time. I feel like if you've only got a few hours a week to enjoy a movie, neither of them
You
should
should
be
pick a
it.
good one.
Yeah. Which is a shame, but oh well. The Sonic movie wasn't that bad. The more I think about it, the more I like it, but it's just bits of it.
Yeah, but that might just be because you've had more time away from it at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
Straight after that movie finished, it was like...
Oh, that was a waste of time. Yeah, a little bit. But then the second movie... Guys, the second movie, they hint at it at the end of the first one. It's like, oh, this is going to be fucking sick. Let's go.
To be honest, I feel like from even halfway through Sonic, you kind of get the idea that this is the beginning of a much longer story.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that they were always planning on doing something after. Like,
yeah. And
it just feels that way.
The Sonic movie made a good amount of money, so it's very possible that we could actually get that sequel.
Yeah.
Whereas Detective Pikachu, I think they confirmed the sequel before the movie had even come out.
Yeah.
Which is that's a very odd thing to do.
Very strange.
Yeah. Don't recommend doing that.
But I still look forward to that. That's the thing. Even though I didn't like Sonic was fine, I didn't love it, but I'd still watch the sequel.
Yeah, me too. But I don't know if that's just because like we hate each other, we hate ourselves.
I think it's because I like the games.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's why, and that's what they want. That's how they get you. It's like the movie doesn't have to be good, but if you like the character, then
I don't know.
That's enough.
It's fine. Could be better. Could be worse. It could. I think that's exactly it. It could have been worse. Like,
it could have been terrible. Yeah.
Like one of those fucking Tomb Raider movies, or yeah.
We were talking about Tomb Raider the other day. I've seen those films way too many times.
Why would you do that to yourself? Did you? Yeah, you reminded me that there was a Max Payne movie.
Yeah.
Why?
Like 2008 or 9, I think. Had Mark Wahlberg in it.
Wow. All-star cast.
Wow, yeah. What else? What other movies that we were talking about that were like video game movies was like, there's a billion Resident Evils.
There's 2 Hitman movies.
Oh, yeah. But we watched the newer one, didn't we? Like the 2015 one. That was weird.
That wasn't very good.
Assassin's Creed, like, did really badly.
Yeah, because it was
poor.
a bad movie, that's why.
There's the Silent Hill movies.
Ratchet
I think there's
Clank.
more than one. Oh yeah, I haven't. Did we watch that? We didn't watch that, did we?
No, we didn't watch that. And then the 2 that people say are actually good are the Angry Birds movies, which kind of sucks because it's like, this isn't a franchise anybody fucking cares about.
Of all the games, of all the games in the world ever made, how are Angry Birds winning?
Watch, the Candy Crush movie is going to be fucking sick. I cannot wait.
Incredible.
It's lit.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's quite disappointing actually. That's like the best out there.
That's because they got a team of writers who aren't fucking shit and they made a good movie. It's fine.
Oh well, maybe they'll make a good like fighting game movie.
They were talking about doing an Uncharted movie with the guy that plays Spider-Man.
Yeah, see, that feels like it would work because like it's not that far from like a sort of Indiana Jones kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's just going to be a fucking action movie, which is like, do we really need another one of these? Probably not.
Maybe you do.
Nah, I don't.
You just don't know it yet.
Don't think we do. Give me a Spelunky movie.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so good.
Call it Indiana Jones 5. the search for
Spelunky.
Oblak. Wait, his name's not Oblak. That's Atletico keeper.
Yeah, that's a goalkeeper. Wow.
All right, wrap it up.
All right, so I don't know what we're doing over the next week. There's a bank holiday on Friday coming up, so that'll be cool. So that's more time to play games.
Hey. BBB.
I can't think of anything. Nothing's coming out, is it?
Well, we got the next gen stuff to look forward to. So
it's just going to be news. Yeah, there's no like big releases.
But yeah, nothing coming out.
Not until Minecraft Dungeons, which is like
And
at
that,
the end of
who
May.
gives a fuck about Minecraft Dungeons? Let's be truly honest.
Do you not at
with
least want to give it a
ourselves.
little go?
It's just going to be Diablo, but not as good.
Yeah, blocky. Because Minecraft's made
Yes,
blocks.
all right. Mega blogs.
Roblox.
Connect.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
All right. How do we usually even end this? I feel like we've been away from it for too long at this
I
point.
don't know. Say bye, innit?
Have a good one.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye.